everyone, this is going to be my second video in my series of everything you need to know to take care of chinchillas. This was originally a self-reference series, which is why my first video was me talking to my future self, but then since I posted it on YouTube and I didn't get any negative reactions, I figured I'd post the rest of the series, except I'd make it tailored to you guys, my viewers, who may not have had as much experience with small animals as I have. So I'm doing this to make it as clear as possible, so from now on I won't be talking in like a weird point of view. I'll just be talking to you guys as an educational, instructional video. So this video is going to be about chinchilla diets. Now, if you'll notice, this video is a tiny bit longer than the others in my series for one very specific reason. Chinchillas' digestive systems are really sensitive and their diets are incredibly specific. So I will be going through everything you need to know, from food to hay to water and treats and so on. Also, a little note, their diet should be composed of about 20% fiber, so 16 to 20% protein, and 10% vitamins. Keep their sugar intake below 4% if you can, which just means try to avoid giving them treats. There are three main components of a chinchilla's diet, and that is hay, water, and pellets. Now there are also treats, which owners love to give their chinchillas because, you know, who doesn't like to spoil their pet rotten? And I will go through safe treats and dangerous treats also in this video. So in that order, I'm going to start with hay. So chinchillas need hay for a couple of reasons. First reason is it keeps their digestive system moving, it provides fiber. The second reason is it keeps their teeth ground down, because chinchillas' teeth grow forever. They grow 2 to 3 inches per year, and they need to keep chewing at stuff to keep their teeth trimmed. So that is why hay is very necessary. And the third reason is that hay provides plant protein for chinchillas. Chinchillas need protein in their diet, and because they are strictly herbivores, they cannot get this protein through meat, so they must get it through other sources such as hay and their pellets. Some recommended types of hay is Timothy hay, which is the most common, the most recommended, and then you can also get stuff like orchard grass, bluegrass, prairie grass, and another special type of hay is alfalfa hay. Now, alfalfa hay has a higher amount of protein in it, so that is why it's commonly recommended for baby chinchillas, which are called kits, elderly chinchillas, nursing chinchillas, or pregnant chinchillas. Maybe not so much for elderly chinchillas, you can stick with Timothy hay for that, unless your chinchillas are in a position where they need more protein. Protein should take up about 20% of your chinchilla's diet, and they should be getting that through their pellets and through their hay. Chinchillas need unlimited Timothy hay. As for where you can get hay, your local pet store should supply hay for small animals. I like Oxbow's brand personally, but if you do not want to go to a pet store and get hay, because pet store hay is pretty expensive, I would also recommend Kleenmama's hay. Speaking from experience, I've ordered from her before for my guinea pigs, and her third cut Timothy hay specifically is very fresh, very green, and it comes in a bulk pack, so you don't have to order as often. But if you live in a part of the world where Kleenmama's hay doesn't ship, or you do not want to pay for the shipping charges, then KT's hay and Oxbow hay is what I would recommend. One more thing about hay, make sure you store it in a dry, well-ventilated environment. If your hay looks discolored, or there's mold growing on it, or fungus, then throw it out. Don't give it to your chinchillas, as that can be very dangerous for them. The next thing is water for chinchillas. Obviously, all living creatures need water to survive. The same goes for chinchillas. Chinchillas drink about 20 to 40 milliliters of water a day, depending on the size of your chinchilla and the age, and just your personal chinchilla. Each one's a bit different, but they should be around that mark. And if your chinchillas are suddenly drinking a lot more than usual or a lot less than usual, it could be a sign of a health problem. So that's why it's always recommended to monitor your chinchilla's water intake. You should be supplying your chinchilla with fresh water every single day, and always give them more than they need in case they happen to drink a bit more or if it's like a warmer day. And always give your chinchilla bottled, filtered, or distilled water. Never give them tap water because if it's not filtered, there could be bacteria, there could be germs that can get your chinchillas sick, as small animals have pretty weak immune systems compared to us humans. So fresh water daily is a definite must. Regarding how you should give your chinchillas water, make sure to give it from a water bottle that has one of those balls, those ball dispensers that you can push back and let water leak through in the nozzle. I'd recommend a glass water bottle because chinchillas do like to chew on everything, and they can definitely chew through plastic. So I'd recommend a glass water bottle. I heard Lixit, spelled L-I-X-I-T, has some good glass water bottles for sale in pet stores. Now regarding pellets, chinchillas need plain pellets every single day. By plain pellets, I mean no mixes. You need just a pack of those plain brown pellets. So no added artificial flavorings and no added artificial colors, no fruits, no seeds, no vegetables, no herbs, just pellets. Chinchilla pellets should be alfalfa based. Alfalfa, again, high protein. Chinchillas need protein in their diet, but they actually need fiber the most in their diet, which is also why hay is important again. So regarding pellets, there are two that are deemed probably like the top brand of pellets in the chinchilla world, and that is Oxbow's Essential Chinchilla Diet and Missouri's Chinchilla Diet. So if you go to Oxbow and Missouri's website, you can go on to the chinchilla food pages and you can specifically see the ingredients label and the guaranteed analysis. Make sure that when you get chinchilla food, the protein is around 16 to 20%, and it's very high in fiber, low in fat, and high in vitamins. So the two brands that I just mentioned, Oxbow and Missouri, they fit that criteria. And the first ingredient, which is what the pellet should contain most of, is alfalfa meal. So I've heard people say that certain brands of rabbit pellets are okay for chinchillas, but then I've also heard conflicting information that because rabbits are often raised as food for humans and human consumption in a lot of countries, a lot of rabbit food is made with hormones in them, made with hormones that are really bad for your chinchilla. So I'd say if you do not know exactly what is in the rabbit food you're getting, just stick with chinchilla food. Food specially made for chinchillas. That means no guinea pig food, no hamster food, no rat food, no ferret food. Just stick with chinchilla pellets. One more thing about the protein in your chinchilla's diet. Now, I've been talking about protein a lot, how it's important for your chinchilla to get both protein and fiber. Make sure their diet does not consist of more than 20% protein, because if the protein content in their food is higher than 20%, it could cause some liver damage because too much protein is not good for them. Just keep it around 20% in their diet and you should be okay. Okay, now to the fun part, chinchilla treats. Every single owner wants to give their chinchilla lots and lots of treats because who doesn't love to spoil their pet's rotten, right? So the thing with treats is that many treats that are labeled in pet stores as safe for chinchilla consumption is in fact not safe to give your chinchillas. Many of these include treats with artificial dyes in them and also treats with too much sugar in them. Chinchillas do not tolerate sugar or oils well, so make sure you get safe treats and make sure you read the ingredients label. The ingredients label is always your friend. No matter what animal you have, looking at the ingredients label is always going to help you out when you're choosing food for your pets. One major misconception about chinchilla food, though, is that chinchillas do not need fruits or vegetables. Dried fresh, processed, or otherwise. Fruits and vegetables just have way too much sugar for your chinchilla. Your chinchilla really cannot handle them. One of the treats that is most recommended for chinchillas is raisins, but I'd highly... I don't know how to say this because it's really, I might get some slack for this because a lot of people really like giving their chinchilla raisins, but there really is too much sugar in raisins for it to be a safe staple treat for your chinchilla. You can probably get away with giving your chinchilla a raisin about 1 to 2 times every few weeks, but it is definitely not a daily treat you want to be giving your chinchilla. However, there are safe treats for your chinchilla. Those include a plain Cheerio with no added sugar, dried rose hips, cuttlebone. You can find those in the bird aisle of your pet stores, I know that. I will go more into detail about safe woods and all that in the toys video. But know that fruit tree twigs are safe treats to give your chinchilla. Mountain ash berries are safe, and also dried herbs such as nettles, rosemary, dandelion, and blackberry. Those are all safe treats to give your chinchilla in small amounts. And also strawberry leaves in small pinches is also safe. The main thing to remember about treats is that treats should be given in very limited quantities because they are named treats for a reason. Other treats that you should avoid is any unsafe woods or nuts or seeds, excessive grains, because grains contain too much phosphorus, and if your chinchilla eats too much phosphorus, it can result in a calcium deficiency. Not to get too scientific here, but that can cause tooth problems and other health problems. Another fun fact is one of the ways you can spot malnutrition in your chinchilla is through their fur. If their fur looks kinked, knotted, dry, fragile, wavy, or anything unusual, that could be a sign of some deficiencies in their diet, and you might want to reevaluate what you're giving your chinchilla, whether it's too much sugar, too much grains, and stuff like that. So this has been everything you need to know about chinchilla diets, and please leave some feedback. I will answer all questions down in the comments below. You can also personal message me, and make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!